Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be showcasing you guys a new world border system, which is very easy to add and just set up in your world. So, you can see I have this little box around me. So, if you want to see, I've created a border that is 10 by 10 on all edges, and you can see I cannot get past these edges. They're fully stuck, and you can't walk past. It will just TP you right back. So the use of this, and let's say I just want to like TP past it. So let's get an Ender Pearl, right? You might think, oh, I can just E-Pearl past it, right? And it will not work. It will automatically TP you back to your edge. So this is full protection, and like as soon as the thing landed. So let's see, maybe corners work, maybe? No. You get fully TP back to your exact location. So, and look, this is only using 4 command blocks. And you probably stick these all in the same one, but just for showcasing, I'll probably keep this like that. So, the use of this, it is so unlaggy, and it's not laggy at all. So, it barely does any lag because it's actually executing when you actually reach a border, and not really all the time. So, you can see, no E-Pro, you can't E-Pro past it. You can't just like spam fly past it, it's just always going to TP you back. It's probably one of the best, simplest system. So how you can set this up in your world is basically just using these 4 command blocks. So let's look at the x positive 10. So x positive 10 is right here, right? So if you get x positive 10, then it's going to TP you back. So how it works is it's going to execute all players in the game. So you can see where it says execute at A, right? So it's executing all players in the game, and then it's using these relative location things to get the location of the player. So now the command is going to execute on the player. So we're going to be executing the player and checking if their x is greater than 10. But we also want to check if their dx is equal to these numbers. So you can add as many numbers as you want. This is just how far you want the border to stretch. So if I do like 10 right here, you can see I still can't get past it. But if I E-Pearl, let's say 10 blocks, it should let me past it. There we go. So now I'm past the border. But if I just walk in back in that range, it should be like 20 blocks. If I just walk past in that range, it should, yep, TP me straight back. So this number is just to tell the game how far we want to look. So we're going to change that back to just all these 9s. And then we're doing another execute statement, yeah. So we're going to execute the player's location with these swigglies. And we're just going to TP the person, TP at S, which is the player, to 9. Well, 9 will be the block 1 less of your border. So you can see I have my border at 10. So I would want my teleport back to be 9. Alright, and then you use relative location again to TP them back to their exact coordinates with these. And that is that simple. You can just set up a perfect X border that easy. But we can't just have that. We're going to need to be able to set it up for negative X's and Z's too. Because just that, we can still walk past these all edges. So how we do that is simply doing the same command, but instead of positive 10, we'll do negative 10. And we'll also change that dx, same thing, to negative number. So then when you're TPing back, all you have to do is just change that to a negative 9, and it will TP you back right to that coordinate. So it's pretty simple how it works. It will just TP you back if you're over a border. And there we go. So we also need to set up a negative z and a z location, because that means we can still walk past these coordinates. So it's as simple as this. We're going to be changing instead of x to dx and dz. So you're going to be changing this number instead of x to z. And it's going to be negative 10 because we're looking in the negative z direction, and a negative z exponential. So we're going to be TPing the player back. Instead of the 9 being right here, we're going to be having it right at the end, because that is in the z coordinate. So it's going to be TPing that player back to negative 9. And it'll be the same thing with the positive z, but instead of those negative numbers removed. So basically with that, you can create a fully working system. But let's say I want to have some chat commands. Let's say if you get past the border, you get told in chat that you reached the border. So how we can do that is we can set up a chain always active command. And what we're going to do is we're going to execute. Let's do a little statement. So we're going to execute at A, and then we're going to execute execute, yeah, execute at S, and we're gonna see if there's Z. I think we're on negative Z. Yeah. So if there's Z is equal to -10, and if there's Z is greater, well, if there's DZ is greater than, just say this. All right. So now with that, we will then tell something in chat. So this new command, it's not really new, but it's very useful for you guys to learn how to use. So it's called tellraw. It allows you to text fully like written chat in the chat. So how it works is we're gonna tellraw the player, right? So we're gonna tellraw at S, and we're gonna be using JSON coding for this. So raw text, and this is kind of confusing to learn, but once you know it, you know it. So we're going to be creating a little JSON statement, and it's going to be called text, and inside of that we can then put world border reached. Let's say something like that. So now, oh, we gotta remove some 9s because it's too many 9s. You can just do like 32,000 because that's like the max number. Alright. Okay, so now, there we go. Oh, so we got to be in the negative Z. And there you go. It says world border reached when you reach that border. So if you want to remove that where it says teleported you back, we could probably simply add that right before the command block. So if you see what I did control and my pick block button. If you don't know what the pick block button is, if you can go to settings, and it should be in keyboard and mouse or wherever you are, and you have a pick block button. This is very useful to instantly pick up items in the game. So there we go. So we instantly picked up this command block, and we're gonna change the game role. So we're gonna do /game role send command block feedback false. So now if you see, if I go past here, command block output false. Always get those mixed up. So now you can see it's not sending anything back in chat. Perfect. So what we can use this to add something to our command block. So let's say we do want command block output, but we don't want it for this command. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add that game role right there. Then right after the thing, after the command executes, we're going to send it back. So we'll send it back to true. Okay. So now, we gotta put this before the command block. So you see right here, we're gonna grab this one, grab that sign, and we're gonna grab this. So we're just gonna switch the order of this real quick. So like that, and like that. No. There we go. So now we've placed it up there, and we're gonna change this to repeat, unconditional, always active, and then change this to chain conditional. So now you can see it says world border reached and no chat. Nothing tells you went back in chat. So let's say we want to add something to like color this chat. So all we have to do is grab this little symbol. So I'm going to be searching it up on my computer to copy and paste it. But you guys, if you're on Xbox, you can find it in, I think somewhere in the keyboard. You have to like control down on a number. But there you go. This is the symbol. And we're just going to add a little bit of color to make this look better. Alright, so now we can world border reached. Perfect. So that's a really simple world border add-on, and it's so easy for you to use. So there we go. We are just world border reach once we get right here. And you can add this up to all your command blocks, and this can be a limit of as much as you want. So this just allows you to add a world border to your world. If you want to know how to change this size, simply just change the Z right here. So all you have to do, change the Z to, like, say I want 1,000 block border. Alright, so now if we go in the negative Z direction, you can see, oh, we gotta change. Yeah, so we changed that one, and we gotta change these two. So we'll change this to negative 1,000. We'll change this to negative 1,000. So that 10 is just defining how big the border is. So we're going to change all these to negative 1,000. And there we go. So now, no border here. But if we TP to, like, let's do our relative coordinates in the negative 999. There we go. Oh, yeah, so TP'd us all the way back here. Because we need to change this last one, which I think it's, yeah. So we'll change this to negative 999. So if we go back over there, we can see that it will keep us right where we are. And no border, we can't get past that border. So that is the most simplest world border add-on you can add to your world, and it works perfectly 100% of the time, and no bugs that would break your game. So that will be it for this video. My name is Smelly Curry, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.